A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Made a defender miss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
Now on first down from the 30. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me.
Breaks into the open, and he'll be brought down.
Nowadays, it's the norm. Running quarterbacks, scrambling around all over the field. Really nice job sending a message early. You're going to earn these yards. You're going to take some hits. Nice job delivering that message.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. Off to the races. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Picks up the first down. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Looking to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Here comes that Alabama offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it. Turning it on! A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama quickly back to the line. To throw, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Edwards. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, goodness gracious, this dude is on fire. I mean, he's already got 100 yards. We're in the first quarter. Like, I might want to think about double teaming that guy. If he goes to the water bottle, I'm going to double team him. Whatever he does, I'm on him.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass, it's Simmons. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
From the gun, the running back has it. Plows through the defense. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Now they're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Alexander. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Jensen. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the spin move. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Looking to pass. It's Simmons. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hale. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
Out of all the ways to get a 1st down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. 1st down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Simmons. The short hands, it's Ray. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks, it's Ray. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know
breaks into the open. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give is to Taylor. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw at Simmons. Buys a little extra time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Fights off a defender. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Great job by the back on the option.
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down and run. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Right on target this time. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gets rid of it. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And here's the third interception of the night. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too. Just prove...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Extending the play. Takes a hit as he fires. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback safe.
There he goes. The spin, still on his feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Still looking, on the move. Lets it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Touchdown time! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw at Simmons. Rush is on him. He's going to run it.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Alexander. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lacy. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll give it to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Lacy. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
To the air, it's Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Safe completion on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. It's complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Rides the back on the option, the give. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Taylor has it. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up 14 over Oklahoma State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
I love the competitive nature of this quarterback. Yeah, he's thrown some picks in this game. He's put his team in a hole, but he's still out there trying to make throws to bring his team back.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Under fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Now he'll turn and throw back to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hampton. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. To the air, it's Simmons. Pressure coming. Snagged on the outside, it's Taylor. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Using his legs to buy some time.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Here's the pressure. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the extra point is good. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They want that clock to run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. The inside handoff. Got enough for the 1st down. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.